Hey guys, so this video that you're about to watch right now, thank you by the way, is a topic that everyone's already covered for the most part. So, little disclaimer, this is all my opinion. None of this is fact, this is all my opinion. Also, I put the disclaimer on the video earlier, but I'm going to say it again. This is protected under the Fair Use Law of 1976. I own none of these properties whatsoever. If you want to watch the original properties, go support their official releases. And furthermore, thank you guys, have a good day, and enjoy the video. So there's been a lot of talk going around about what's considered anime and what's considered not anime. First of all, if you're first time viewing the show, welcome. This is Anime Guardian. I am Senjo Chan, and we're going to discuss today anime versus non-anime. So let's start with this. First things first. A lot of people have come to the determination that anime is considered for a Japanese audience, made by Japanese people and put on cartoon. Anime is nothing more than animation shortened down. While it's also widely considered that most cartoons are made from another country for a different type of audience. When you look at stuff like Code Lyoko, it is a German show meant for a German audience that went to America, and then on top of that, it eventually was considered a cartoon. But if you look at style, its characters, and its plot development, it has a lot of similarities with anime, including mainly the design. When you look at stuff like Code Lyoko, it's a lot of fun to watch, but those type of aspects that get people confused on what's anime and what's not. How about a different type of show? Like the anime classic Cowboy Bebop. An anime that is so widely known, it's considered one of the ultimate instant classics from the early 90s. This show was amazing. But you can see the style now. Look at Code Lyoko and now look at Cowboy Bebop, and you can see the style similarities. Not only that, but if you watch the shows, you know the plot similarities are quite wide known as well. Not as action oriented, but absolutely well worth watching. And this was a 98 anime. You can see how they kind of developed over the years, and you can still see that similar style. This is what's considered anime, while Code Lyoko and Teen Titans and a few other shows I'll be talking about today are not considered anime. Japanese anime is known to be mainly considered a widespread belief that it's a show that is from Japan, viewed for Japanese audiences, and then developed into America audiences over time. And if you ask me, it's one of the styles that makes people interested in anime is the style differences. Without Code Lyoko or Teen Titans, some of these people might not know what anime is, myself included. But it's these type of similarities and dynamics that make it so widely known and so well respected in the world. How about another show? How about a show from most people's childhoods? Let's look at the classic Teen Titans from 2003 to 2006. This is a heavily animated design characters with a plot that's more suited for cartoons, but you can definitely tell that the designs and the motivations are anime related. Look at Starfire, look at Raven. Raven's a perfect example. Look at Robin. All these characters have the exact same anime design, the big eyes, the curved chin to a point, the diamonds in the eye. Like everything that you see in this show is carefully represented, although made from a cartoon studio intended for a cartoon audience. You can tell they took a lot of inspiration and design by anime's regards. And it's one of the things that made it perfectly an amazingly well show, not to mention superior in every way compared to Teen Titans Go. But we're not here about that. We're here for another one. Let's talk about another anime, for example. How about Genesis of Aquarion? This is an anime that came out in 2005 that had a bunch of spin-offs. And again, you can see the fluidity in the motions. You can see the big eyes. You can see the curve to a point of a chin. And you can see the wild hair. That's just something else that some American audiences and some American people were inspired to do with their stuff. And this is not just, American audiences and American studios borrow. No, some of these Japanese studios actually help. A good thought process of mine was there was a Japanese studio who helped with The Legend of Korra for several episodes. And that's another show that a lot of people get confused about whether or not it's anime or if it's just a cartoon. But the fact of the matter is the fluidity is so good that it's hard to tell. The fact of the matter is that Avatar The Last Airbender and Korra, The Legend of Korra are both made from an American studio, put on American television, intended for an American audience, but their styles meshed well with a lot of the Japanese style that anime is known for. And again, this is my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right or I'm 100% wrong. This is one of those topics that doesn't really have a fact. Although it is entirely widely known that Japan's shows are considered anime, I think that's a little too black and white. I don't think it's broad enough. Because again, so many different designs come from anime, although they are cartoons. Again, I look at Code Lyoko, I look at Teen Titans, I look at The Avatar, The Last Airbender. I look at all these shows who, for all intent and purposes, are considered to be American television shows, but they have such a wide knowledge of anime designs and plot designs. It's these type of shows that give people dynamic and beliefs. I look at my past, and one of the very first things I ever saw that was anime oriented, but not necessarily anime, was Teen Titans or Code Lyoko. And the designs are what helped me find myself into anime and then further myself along into anime to where I am now. It's these shows that I call gateway shows. I don't consider Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, or any of those to be actual gateway anime, although they are widely considered to be. Because before you watch anime, there are some shows that you can see that are widely considered to be anime heavy looked, and because of that, it's those type of shows that actually get you interested. Okay, where are these designs from? How can I get more into this? I think the same thing around manga. In America and most countries, you got to read the book left to right. But in manga, you got to read it right to left. So you have to retrain your brain on how to read. This is not a manga show. This is an anime show. And we're going to stick to anime for now. But that is a topic I would like to get to in another day. This topic is one of those things that a lot of people agree and disagree with, and I understand why. A lot of people don't understand the heaviness and the fluidity that you have to get through. Think about how hard it is for an illustrator who's never done these type of designs to have to sit down, learn how to draw the style, and then not only do that, but make it flow in such a fluidity that it's uncompromisable to the point where it's hard to even comprehend what's its style. Is that a cartoon or it's an anime? To me, this all started back when Toonami first came on the air, and Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, all these shows I've already named. When they first came to the Western scene, a lot of people were fascinated by the different designs because for a while all we saw were old cartoons. Powerpuff Girls, off the top of my head, Dexter's Lab, Ed, Edd n Eddy. These were all very American-looking designs, and they, Code Lyoko anime, they all brought something new to the table, and it's one of those things that got me fascinated both as a person and as a future anime lover. These shows are one of the greatest shows I like, and I find myself watching anime far more than I ever did watch cartoons. And it's again because of the style and the way the story is telling. That's another difference you can tell is storytelling. Although I said earlier that the plots can be very similar, how they go about resolving those plots and the journey along the way are totally different. Cartoons seem to be more like, okay, yeah, it's a journey, but it's a slow, fast-paced journey. No, anime doesn't really, unless it's a slice of life, it rarely gives you a chance to breathe. You're always watching something. You're always looking at something. There's always something in your mind that says, yes, keep going. I'm not done yet. I think of an anime just off the top of my head, God Eater, from I think it was like 2014, 2015, that was just heavily action-packed. Not one time was you on the screen where nothing was going on. It was always something. I think of stuff like Mirai Nikki or Future Diary or Dead Man Wonderland, where almost every single scene is doing something. The whole show is doing something. You don't really have a chance to breathe before it's over. And it's one of those things that I find myself enjoying the most. Now the question becomes, what is anime and what isn't? The answer is, it's entirely up to your interpretation. I think anime is animation in general. So do I think something like Powerpuff Girls is anime? No, not necessarily. What I mean is anything that has this particular style is close enough to anime. Although it's considered to be a cartoon, the styles are so heavily blurred and mixed. It's one of those lines that you can't really tell the difference. And because of that, I don't really care enough to say, no. Code Lyoko and Teen Titans, that's not anime. Although it's widely considered to be anime. I consider them to be cartoons with heavy anime designs. And because of that, I feel like it's more fun to watch because of their design, their plots, and how they go about their storytelling. In any case, that's my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, please hit the like button. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you guys can continue watching what I post. I'm going to start posting regularly. I know I've said that in the past, but we've come through a few design changes and a few outlets, so that's going to change. But in any case, this has been Anime Guardian. I'm your host, Sinjo-chan. Thank you and enjoy. Have a great day. Hey guys, just a heads up. Thank you for watching my video. The 12 Days of Anime will be coming back this year, but before that even starts, I'm going to do a theory video that's not anime related that I've been working on for several months. Again, it's not going to be anime related, but I hope you watch it, enjoy it all the same. Either way, see you next time. Thank you again.